Hi guys, welcome in Milan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Just a little bit of fog, as you can see.
That's okay.
It's normal. That's okay. It's romantic.
It's November.
Yeah, it's November. So I know you are not saying anything about your new album, but I have to ask. So how will it be, this new album? How did you work on it?
It's going to be awesome. It's coming out in February, and we've been working on it for like almost 2 years, and
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it's a perfect mix between the sort of old school throwback pop punk sound that everybody knows and expects from Simple Plan, with some kind of sounds that you'd never expect from us. You know, I think it's got a nice balance of what people expect and what will make shock them. So I think it's going to be fun. It's a great record, and I think it pushes our sound forward, and I think our fans are going to love it, and people that maybe don't even know the band will love it as well. So
I think it's going to be fun to play live.
Yeah.
We're definitely looking forward to going back on tour. It's been a while, so I think we wrote some songs that we kind of imagine ourselves playing live and having the fans' reaction and everything. And I think it's going to be the kind of record that is going to be a hell of a lot of fun to tour. We're excited about that.
So you said in some interviews that it will be the best album of your career, so no pressure at all, we can say. You confirm that?
We always say that.
But it has to be, you know, because if we don't feel it's our best album, we'll keep working on it.
It's right.
That's why it took so long, because we had to match all the other albums.
Yes.
But you know, a lot of questions from the fans are, is there going to be some faster songs? So yes, is there going to be like more like deeper, like more like, you know, Welcome to My Life, Perfect kind of songs? Absolutely. And at the same time, you know, people have heard I Don't Want to Go to Bed. That side is also on the record. There's more songs on this record than we've ever put out on one single record. So I guess those are all the scoops that we could talk about for now.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's crazy because we take a long time to make albums, and I think that the last thing we want is to let the fans down and for them to feel like, oh, I don't like this one as much as, you know, the first one or the fourth one, whatever. So I think that you try to build an album that you know, has something of everything that the fans love, you know, and you try to you know, to make every song or every style on the album the best as possible. So like I feel like on this record, like the fast songs are they're faster and they're harder, and like the slower songs they're more like emotional. They're more emotional. They're deeper. They're gonna hit home with, you know, with people. So I feel like, and the pop song with I Don't Want to Go to Bed, they're a little more crazy and more fun and more out there than we've ever done before. So it's just about shaking things up, because when you've been in a band for 16 years, you gotta sort of do something to make it fun again, you know. So that's the idea.
Of course. So you've been together 16 years, so you just said it. But did something change in all these years about your way of working together or creating music? You say there are new sounds on this album, so I guess something actually changed. It's normal.
I think the general direction and the sort of way that we work and our goal as a band, as our vision, has never really changed. Even if we're older, and, you know, our lives have changed, and, you know, I think the people that we were 15, 16 years ago are still inside us, but we've, you know, evolved to be older, more mature guys, I guess. But really in the band, it stays the same, you know. We still have the same sort of taste that changes with time, but still have the same direction. And
David is still late.
David is still late.
You know?
Something never changed.
Yeah, I think that, you know, it's a funny thing about being in a band. It kind of allows you to stay at the same sort of mental maturity, mental age, and I think for us it's always been the same goal, to create songs that we want to play live and that our fans will like and that we'll enjoy listening to. And the goal, I think, also is to, when you're writing a song or making a record, is to try to impress yourself, you know, trying to be like, hey, if I heard this, I think I would like it, you know. But unfortunately, we'll never know because we're too close to it. But that's really the only goal, is to be like, hey, I love this song, and that's
I want
what
to make an album that I would be a fan of.
Yeah, so that's what we do every album. We try to do that, and so things, oddly enough, haven't changed that much.
I think we're lucky because as a band, we still all kind of want the same things, which is cool, because in 16 years, people sometimes, that's why bands break up, is, I don't want to do this anymore, or we're not on the same page. And I feel like with the five of us, like, we were able to sort of maintain the same vision, the same goals, and obviously we're all different, and we all have different opinions, but I think that when we put it all together, we all still love doing this, and we still love being in Simple Plan, and I think that's why it still works, you know.
Yeah, so let's talk about your video. I don't want to go to bed because I have to say thank you. I'm a girl from the 80s, so I'm a fan of the watch. I was talking with David Hasselhoff for the video. It's really good.
Yeah, well, Chuck just really wanted to take his shirt off in a video, so he had to come up with a concept where we were all in our bathing suits, you know.
You know what? It was like
working out and dieting for so long. He was like, I have to find some way to.
I have to show this thing off.
Ah, yeah,
I have to show off my thin pack.
You know what it was? Like, it was such a different song for us. Like, we felt with the video, we wanted to do something that would remind people that we're still like the same band, that we still like to make fun of of ourselves in some ways, and we still like that we don't take ourselves seriously, and like we're still like, kind of kids at heart in some ways, and we like to spoof stuff and have a good time. And I think the concept, like, once we figure out, okay, let's do something Baywatch, because we all grew up like, we were not like the most hardcore Baywatch fans in the world, but we all watched Pamela Anderson on the Friday night.
When it was on TV, it did not change.
Back then, yeah, it was a little, it was different when we were 14, 15 years old. That was pretty hot back then, to watch that show. So we thought it would be cool to bring it back. And I think once we had the concept, we had to have David Hasselhoff in it. It was like, it's kind of like one of those things where that's going to take it from here to like here. Yeah. And we called him up, and luckily he loved the idea. I think he loved the song, he loved the idea of being in the music video and everything, and he really was super cool about it. And I think it was kind of surreal to go to his house and meet him, and and him, like, he started to sing the song and everything. So it was kind of like, wow, man, that's weird. I never expected that when I was a little 14-year-old kid, but it kind of worked out.
Okay, so in the video of Boom, we have other guest stars. So can you talk to me about this video? Because with some band, your friends, so 2 different guest stars, we can say, in 2 different videos. So
it kind of worked out well because we were touring on the work tour this summer. So there were a lot of those bands that were on the work tour, so we got to hang out with them and talk to them. And we were doing the Alternative Press Awards, and we were collaborating with XPX on that particular show, the singer. And he's the first one who accepted, obviously. He wanted to be part of it, and everybody else, I think, liked the songs and wanted to kind of showcase it and be part of this thing, this video. So for us, it's kind of like a throwback at the Newfound Glories, XPX, that scene that we kind of evolved from and are part of. And at the same time, it's kind of a salutation to the new bands, that are kind of rebringing that energy, like if you're talking about Paris, if you're talking about, all those newer bands that are really like kind of pushing, what pop punk is or that new sound of the Warped Tour. So that's what the video is all about. It's all friends getting together and kind of showcasing that song that we love that's called Boom. It's
very cool. So the last question, you have canceled your live in Paris after the attacks. I know you, as a band, really enjoy the live dimension of your work. So how is important in this time to remember that music is life, is energy, it's always important to play music and listen to music live?
Well, I think it's important for us to keep going with our lives. I think it's the whole thing with, I don't want to get into the politics of it, but the whole thing of terrorism is like that you don't want to make it so that you don't want to leave your house anymore. And unfortunately, we have to show that we're
be afraid.
That we can keep going, and together we can overcome this. So I think it's important for us to keep going. Unfortunately, for the Paris thing, we couldn't play the show. We would have been glad to go if it would have been a possibility. But I think it's important to show the world that life can go on and that we can overcome this, and it's not going to change our way of life or change our attitude towards it.
I think it's really sad that music and people just having fun were the targets of this. It's just, for us as a society, and I think as people, like, we think music is life. It's a celebration. It's something that all means so much and that we're also passionate about. So to go to a show, for a great night, to see your favorite band, to sing along to the words, like, that's something sacred and to see that was targeted, I think is, for me as a band member and as a songwriter and all that, I think it's really sad, and I think that for us it really hit home because that's a place that we played before, so in a way, like, could have been our band and our fans there. And I think it makes you really think and kind of sit back and realize how precious life is, and it makes you, for me at least, it really makes you want to keep doing more shows and playing for the fans, and just kind of saying a big, you know what, like we're not going to change our ways, we're going to keep doing what we do and not back down, you know.
And terrorism is based on one simple fact. It's on the fact that people are terrified. It's you know, they're basically terrorizing so they could make a point. I was reading the newspapers yesterday, and they were saying, you know, that some Italian cities were targeted. There were potential. Yeah. We're here, you know, and we keep talking about music, about life, about celebration, you know. And I think that's us not kind of folding over that terror that they're trying to push on us, you know. So life continues. Yeah. One simple step at a time. You're basically trying to not be part of that cycle that they're trying to put together.
Okay, so thank you guys. I can't wait to listen to your album and to see you live. Have a good day.